home.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie moments we waited years to see.
Avengers?
Come on, Tom. Let's finish this the way we started. Together.
For this list, we'll be looking at long-anticipated scenes in film that definitely made up for the long wait. Since we'll be talking about big moments, a spoiler warning is in effect. What long-awaited movie scene had you jumping out of your seat? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Will and Elizabeth reunite. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. After Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann got married, we thought it would be smooth sailing for their relationship, but the cursed Davy Jones cut their time together short by fatally wounding Will in a climactic battle.
Stay with me!
Jack Sparrow acted quickly and passed Davy Jones' curse to his injured friend. While this magical act saved Will's life, it also meant that he was only allowed to step foot on land to see Elizabeth every 10 years. It was tragic to see the two forced to stay apart from each other. Fortunately, a decade after audiences saw the Turners torn apart, their son broke the curse. Seeing Will and Elizabeth reunited in cinemas 10 years after their separation was one of the franchise's most heartwarming moments. Number 9. Laurie Strode gets revenge on Michael Myers. Halloween. In 1978, Laurie barely survived an encounter with her infamous nemesis. Although she was able to get some payback in the sequel, she was never able to permanently take him down. And once Michael Myers took her life in 2002's Halloween Resurrection, it seemed like she would never triumph over her brother. But that all changed when the franchise's continuity was completely altered for 2018's Halloween. In this new timeline, which ignores all of the series' sequels, Laurie spent decades training and preparing for him to return. With the help of her daughter and granddaughter, she's able to lock Michael in a fiery and fatal trap. It was immensely satisfying to see Laurie score a decisive victory over the iconic slasher villain after 30 years. Number 8. Yoda takes on Count Dooku. Star Wars Episode II: Attack of the Clones. Yoda's first appearance in The Empire Strikes Back taught us that we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Although he looked like a small and frail old alien, it turned out that he was a powerful Jedi Master. But outside of impressively lifting Luke's ship, we never got to see a taste of his fighting skill in a real live-action duel. 22 years after his debut, Yoda found himself face-to-face with Count Dooku in Attack of the Clones.
Powerful you have become, Dooku. The dark side I sense in you.
Audiences everywhere lost their minds when the old green alien pulled out his lightsaber. Yoda kept Dooku on his toes with lightning-fast and precise movements. Although the battle was brief, it was an excellent showcase of what this wise old alien was really capable of. Number 7. Freddy Kreuger duels Jason Voorhees. Freddy vs. Jason. Making horror icons face off against each other is a long and treasured Hollywood tradition. While films like Alien vs. Predator brought us some terrifying thrills, the best versus movie of the genre was arguably Freddy vs. Jason.
I mean, come on, get real. You're not even scary. You're not even scary.
After they both started their respective reigns of terror in the 80s, they finally had a brutal showdown in the new millennium. Freddy gleefully used his signature hand knives to slash at his hulking opponent, and Jason returned the favor with his inhuman strength and trademark machete. Their battle involved improvised torpedoes, cartoonish injuries, and even Freddy taking Jason's weapon. Everything about their campy clash lived up to our wildest dreams, or should we say nightmares. Number 6. Spider-Man swings into the MCU. Captain America: Civil War. Before Disney bought Marvel in 2009, Sony snatched up the rights to make Spider-Man films.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
I do.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
So although the MCU was becoming more successful by the year, it seemed like the webhead would never hang out with Disney's Avengers. That's why fans were so excited when Sony made a deal that allowed Spider-Man to appear in Captain America: Civil War.
All right, I've run out of patience. On to ruse!
After we're introduced to Tom Holland's Peter Parker, he appears in a new costume for the spectacular airport battle. The new Spider-Man quickly stood out with his insane athleticism and hilarious observations.
There's a lot going on here that you don't understand.
Stark said you'd say that. Wow.
Holland instantly captured what we liked about the hero in his very first appearance. Fortunately, Spider-Man's amazing cameo was only the start of his journey through the MCU. Number 5. Batman fights Superman. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Most critics and fans wouldn't exactly call Batman v Superman a masterpiece, but despite its faults, the movie still has scenes we'd been waiting to see for a long time.
Well, here I am.
Seeing Wonder Woman appear in the middle of the Doomsday battle definitely had us cheering in our seats. Before she arrived, we were treated to a battle between Batman and Superman. While the reasons for their fight are convoluted, you'll forget about that when they start trading blows. Batman is forced to counter Superman's wide range of abilities with a lot of strategies and a little kryptonite. Their epic clash has excellent choreography and heart-stopping moments. If only this fight could have stopped without anyone saying the name Martha.
Why did you say that name?
Number 4. The Emperor Falls. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Things weren't looking good for our heroes at the end of Empire Strikes Back. Han Solo was encased in carbonite, Luke lost a hand, and we learned more about Darth Vader's powerful boss, Emperor Palpatine.
This boy is the offspring of Anakin Skywalker.
We didn't know how the good guys would overcome these insane obstacles. Yet 3 years later, Luke found himself standing in front of a cocky Palpatine.
Welcome, young Skywalker. I have been expecting you.
Although the young Jedi managed to overpower his father, the Emperor's lightnings seemed to be too powerful to beat. Suddenly, Darth Vader sacrificed his life to stop Palpatine. This shocking and powerful twist redeemed Darth Vader and dealt a heavy blow to the Empire. But most importantly, Palpatine's loss here finally gave our heroes the victory they so truly deserved. Number 3. Harry defeats Voldemort. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. During the first scene of the Wizarding World franchise, we learned that a baby named Harry Potter survived an attack from the powerful Voldemort. 10 years later, audiences saw the boy who lived fight the Dark Lord in a climactic showdown.
Come on, Tom. Let's finish this the way we started.
Together.
Their lengthy battle takes place all over Hogwarts, but it comes to an end in the courtyard. After fan-favorite Gryffindor student Neville Longbottom helps weaken Voldemort, the Dark Lord tries to use his most dangerous spell against Harry, but the curse bounces back and completely destroys Voldemort's body. After spending a decade watching Harry Potter, fans everywhere cheered the demise of his greatest enemy. Number 2. Han Solo and Chewbacca Return. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. While Star Wars fans might debate who their favorite character is, we'd be willing to bet a bunch of Imperial credits that their favorite franchise duo is Han Solo and Chewbacca. The scruffy nerf herder and wild Wookiee made for a strong and hilarious duo.
I don't know. Fly casual.
After they helped defeat the Empire in 1983, we didn't know if we'd ever see them on screen again. But 32 years later, they stepped onto cinema screens side by side once more.
We're home.
The duo's strong chemistry filled us with happiness and nostalgia. Although their team-up would have a tragic ending, we treasured the time we got to see them together again.
And you could use a co-pilot?
I got one. He's back there.
Before we dramatically reveal our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. The ring is finally destroyed. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Woody chooses Bo Peep, Toy Story 4.
To infinity and beyond.
Meeting the first Black Disney princess, The Princess and the Frog.
Don't you worry, Daddy. We'll be there soon.
Robert De Niro and Al Pacino's diner confrontation, Heat.
But I will not hesitate. Not for a second.
Maybe that's the way it'll be.
Mad Max Returns, Mad Max Fury Road.
I tell myself, they cannot touch me. They are long dead.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Captain America tells everyone to assemble, Avengers Endgame. Marvel fans have gotten to see some of the greatest moments from the comics brilliantly brought to life in the MCU. The on-screen battle between Captain America and Iron Man was as pivotal and powerful as it was on the page. But one aspect of the comics that was missing from the movies was the Avengers Assemble catchphrase. Although the two words were teased in Avengers Age of Ultron, they were never fully said.
Avengers!
When the heroes faced off against Thanos nearly 3 years later, we weren't thinking about the catchphrase. But after a massive group of heroes gathered behind Captain America, we heard him say 2 words.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Hearing the catchphrase at the climax of the Infinity Wars saga was 100% worth the wait. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.